Hello everyone out there in the Wasteland. On today's show I want to talk to you about our world. Over 100 years ago, everything was different. I believe we can get back there, if we fight this oppression. If we are fearless against the evils of the world, we can be everything we were in 1987. That's our show for the day. Tune in tomorrow, and we're going to talk about the dangers of cannibalism.
Can't you see this is the land of confusion?
I am Teola Aranthia, son of Larius I and Grand Master of the Order. We began to study the history of the Pyrenees more intensely, and the parallels were extraordinary. And then, just like that, the Pyrenees ceased to exist. They knew it was imminent, but they could not prevent it. They called this event the Cleansing.
The strangest thing, however, is what they call the Red Madness. It's some kind of mental illness that makes people lose their minds.
We assumed that, in the last cycle, the Pyrenees worked on a machine which they hoped would save them from the Cleansing. What did the Pyrenees call those behind the Cleansing? The High Ones. They are exactly what I believe them to be. They are our enemies, and they want to destroy us. I do not care about their motives.
You're going to fight?
Yes, I will. It is my task to lead mankind in its battle against the Cleansing. Yours is to read the echo and help us gain the knowledge we need for victory.
So many people just talk and never act, because that would mean that they'd have to actually endure something for what they believe in. Maybe that thing I became in the castle is my true face. And all of this is just a part of a mask that I try to trick myself into believing is real.
Religion is a sickness, Aranthiel, and it is the cause of pretty much all the evil that has happened in this world over the past millennia. Your son saw that too.
A true God is a state of being, and its existence alone forms reality according to its will.
The High Ones are not our enemies, Aranthiel. They are the next step of evolution.
Now look at that. If that isn't the Holy Prophets.
Miserable, selfish fool! You killed us all!
I saw them, men, women and children. They were ablaze like the sun. So bright and love. Oh, why did you show love?
This is impossible!
Inside the city! Inside the city, damn it!
Everything can change in an instant, whether or not you're ready.
This wasn't the world I wanted, but it was the one I found myself in. This time I'm ready. Because I know war.
War never changes.
I have a question. The only question that matters. Would you risk your life for your fellow man, even if that man is a synth?
Beneath the Commonwealth, there is a cancer, known as the Institute. A malignant growth that needs to be cut before it infects the surface.
They're the real enemy, not the Raiders, not the super mutants, not even those tools over in Diamond City.
Don't shoot! I swear, I'm not a synth. For God's sakes, we're family!
This is ridiculous. I want the truth, McDonough.
Protect the people at a minute's notice. And decide our own future.
We're a man out of time, but all's not lost.
This campaign will be costly. But in the end, we will be saving humankind from its worst enemy. Itself.
So where is it, huh? This institute. How do I get there?
Haven't you been paying attention? You don't find the Institute. The Institute finds you.
Let's go, boy.
A new RPG saga, inspired by genre classics like Baldur's Gate.
At CD Projekt Red, it has always been our goal to take you on adventures both legendary and grounded in reality. To tell you stories where breathtaking magic, fantastic creatures, and age-old prophecies are interwoven with religious fanaticism, war crimes, even racism.
See her ears? She-elf.
It's this very vision that we've realized in our most ambitious project to date, the open world of the Witcher Wild Hunt.
Welcome, traveler. Drink with me, you cocksucker.
The Northern Realms span a vast continent filled with remote outposts, quaint villages, and bustling cities of astonishing wealth. Varied landscapes will see you riding into mountain valleys, sailing the open seas, and exploring forgotten temples. However, this land is brimming with conflict. Racial hatred often erupts into violence, and war between the mighty has driven people from their homes. But one plague runs rampant: monsters. They haunt the countryside, breed in city sewers, and rule the wilderness, feasting on merchant caravans. That's where you come in.
Ah, the Witcher. Should have expected as much.
You'll play as a Witcher, a monster slayer for hire, mutated to have superhuman abilities. People might think you're a freak, but everyone can use the help of a professional.
Blood are glowing.
Vampire.
Is it 1358 yet?
No.
Then fuck off.
We put a lot of effort into seamlessly blending gameplay with the surrounding environment. Monster behavior and tactics change depending on the time of day or terrain. It's these shifting circumstances that will often determine if you are hunter or prey. Clear an area of monsters, and you'll witness people settling in, transforming dangerous areas into sprawling hubs where you can buy and sell gear. Hundreds of armor and weapon upgrades await you, but it's the way you fight that makes all the difference. Invest in sword skills to develop special moves. Level up your alchemy skills and gather rare herbs to create potions and bombs. Or master the arcana of magic signs and annihilate your foes with a twist of your fingers.
She's returned, Geralt. After all these years.
In the Witcher Wild Hunt, you take on the greatest contract of your life to track down the Child of Prophecy, a living weapon that can alter the shape of the world.
And if you find her, the girl will die.
You might be a killer for hire,
Witches?
but you decide what kind of man you are.
Gonna say who you are? Or do I need to loosen your tongue with me knife?
Indulge your human side.
How about I buy everybody around?
Bottoms up!
Or choose the path of a ruthless outcast, adhering to your own brand of justice.
Go away, or I'll kill you.
And watch the world burn. Whoever you are, in the Northern Realms you'll find what you're looking for. Whether it's horse racing, getting drunk, following your heart, or just satisfying your passion. Playing cards, brawling, discovering places of power, hunting treasure, or joining in ancient rituals. Forge your own adventure in the most realistic fantasy of our times. Welcome to the Witcher Wild Hunt.
Welcome, adventurer, to an RPG unlike any other. In a world forsaken by the gods, the people need you to become their next divine. Before you venture forth into the huge and sprawling realm of Rivellon, however, you need to decide what role you will play. Become a haughty lizard, perhaps, a flesh-eating elf, or even an undead dwarf. Or take on one of 6 origin stories, each with their own unique history and talents.
I was destined to become the next emperor.
During your journey, these heroes can also be recruited as companions.
Right you are. Lead the way.
Your personality and background will determine your dialogue choices, quests, and challenges as you journey to replace the lost divine. Unfortunately, there can only be one, so the relationships within your party shall be put to the test. But before we get there, we have an astonishing amount of things to do. Befriend animals, grow wings, teleport enemies or friends into burning pits of fire. Sneak, steal, talk to ghosts, and even tear the faces off dead enemies to create new shape-shifting masks. Craft epic equipment or pizza. And use your powers of persuasion to get yourself out of sticky situations.
All right.
And if things don't go your way, you can always fight. Combat is dynamically turn-based, and during your turn you look for opportunities to use the elements and terrain to your advantage. Exploit your strengths and your enemy's weaknesses. But remember, your foes will try to do the same. Divinity Original Sin 2 is the only RPG of its class on consoles to deliver split-screen co-op. There's no I in party, so either start your adventure with a friend, or jump into a game and watch the screen part as you work together, or alone, to reach your goal. Often, your character's ambitions are at odds with one another, so compromise or collaborate to reach your objectives. You can play the entire game with a friend in dynamic split screen, or online as a party of 4. And if tensions do run high, take it to the Definitive Edition's new and improved Arena mode, loaded with new maps, characters, and features to slug it out to the death. Arena mode pits players against each other online or in round robin. When conversation fails, use your might to prove to your party you're worthy of the label The Divine. The Definitive Edition comes with a plethora of features and changes, such as new difficulty modes, narrative moments, a new journal to chart your adventure, and new never-before-seen combat situations, just to name a few. Alone or with friends, online or in split screen, no matter how you choose to play, you will experience endless layers of depth and reactivity. Neatly packaged is the visually exciting, often unpredictable, and always dramatic world of Divinity Original Sin 2. Definitive Edition.